In this tutorial, we're going to talk about how to get your data into and out of Hammer. So when you want to create a new project and you already have a manuscript you've been working on, click Create, and we have this Import Up button up here. This help icon will tell you a little bit about this, what formats are supported. But when you click Import, you'll navigate and you can either select a markdown file or a rich text format file. Your whatever other program you're using can almost certainly export to one of these. So I'm going to select this markdown file, and you can see it's going through and it's parsing the file to try to figure out how it should split up the chapters. There's a lot of different ways you could do this. We have some defaults up here, and if we go and import the rich text version of it, you can see you can write your own pattern to detect the chapters, do it all as a single scene, which I wouldn't really recommend, or try to detect it based on formatting. I'm going to go back to our markdown example. And here you can see each chapter has been properly detected, but these probably chapters shouldn't be a single scene. So what you can do is create chapter groups. And once it's created, you can go in and decompose this one large chapter scene into smaller individual scenes that live under that larger group. And that's probably the workflow I would expect most people would want to use. So let's go ahead and do that. Scroll down, find, there it is. Open it up. And now, let's say I'm done editing this and it's time to send it on. There's a couple different ways you can export your story. So if you go up here to export story, we have another help dialog. So there's a lot of different formats supported, and each one has a different role. If you're sending to beta readers and they might want to read on a e-reader like a Kobo or Kindle or something, you can export as an EPUB. This is the standard format. Most people have apps on their phones that can read this. People can change the text size, all of the nice reading things you can imagine. We can also export to two editable formats, the Word to docx format and RTF rich text format. If you're sending to an editor, these two might be useful because they can make changes and give them back to you. We also support exporting to PDF. I personally think this is the least useful one. The text doesn't reflow, so you can't read this on smaller screens as easily. This is also a very slow format to export to, but it's there if you need it, and it's read-only, of course. And the last is Markdown. This is the most useful. You can post this on internet forums or something, and it won't get rejected, and it's just a very versatile format. So when you go to export, you sometimes, let's do EPUB, I guess, and we'll just export to this folder, and that's it. If I then bring up that directory, you'll see there's an EPUB there. And there we are. We have a reasonably styled EPUB file of our story, and it's got chapter markings here that you can jump between and everything you'd expect from a normal EPUB. So I think that wraps it up. You can get data into and out of Hammer, and this is probably an area we'll see some development in the future, but hopefully you find that useful. Thanks.